Okay, so Tuesday. Oh, it feels like the end of the week. Don't know why. Busy weekend. Right, okay, so lower body, sitting on your mat, legs outstretched. Just run those hands down the length of your legs. Let your thumbs go down the inside, let your fingers go down the outside. Get either side of your knee, give that kneecap a bit of a rub either side. Thumbs on the, just above the kneecap. Rubbing backwards and forwards and all the way up to the top, all the way down. And then all the way down, hold on to those feet, lean that body forward and lift yourself up so your armpits kind of come over your knees. Bringing that tummy hard down onto your thighs, lengthening that head. And then relaxing the feet, just give that right leg a push down and then left, right, left, right, left. And then push both knees down. And then just sit yourself up, point your toes away. Bring those toes up. Make sure they go down straight, point no way. So don't let the feet roll in. So the soles are parallel to the floor. Bring those toes up, turn them to the right. Turn the feet left, turn the feet right, turn them left, big circle all the way around, 2 circles. All the way one way and then all the way the other way. And then roll those shoulders up to the ears, roll them back, pull them down, bring them forward. Roll them up to the ears, bring them back, pull them down. Roll them up to the ears, bring them back, put them on the mat behind, lift that chest up and forward, take the chin up to the sky. Push that chest forward, big breath in, stretching through the throat. And then bring that head all the way down to the chest, keeping those shoulders back. Turn those eyes to the right side of the right leg. Really stretch through that left ear, left shoulder. Swing that head through. Turn those eyes to the left side of the left leg, pulling that right ear from the right shoulder, pulling those shoulders together. Bring those eyes back to the floor, pulling that chin down, shoulder blades together. And then bring those eyes up to the sky, push that chin up. And bring the eyes horizontal, big breath in, big breath out. Hands on the legs, roll all the way forward, stretching through the back, bend the knees. Push that lower back out, push that middle back, push that upper back. Bring that head up towards those feet. Release those arms, let those knees come flat, and then bring that roller in. Bring the roller in, wiggle yourself forward, bend your knees up, feet flat on the floor. Lying back on those bottom ribs, breathing in. Breathing out. Empty those lungs. Let those arms just hang down on the floor, push that breastbone up, breathing in. Breathing out. Take that head in the hands. Lift that body up, move the roller up a few vertebrae, breathing in. Breathing out. Push the breastbone up. Open that chest, lengthen through that belly, taking hold of the head in the hands, just extend that neck. Feel the stretch through the fascia, breathing in. Breathing out. And it is a bit challenging breathing in when you're laying over the roller. Bring that head up, but it's good because it makes those ribs work a bit harder. Breathing out. Extend over the roller, pushing the breastbone up. Letting those arms, I've got my hands behind my head still, my elbows are up in the sky, I'm letting those elbows fall. So the armpits stretch, breathing in at the bottom here. And breathing out. And then bring that head back up. Move that roller up one more. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lengthen that head down. Push that breastbone up into the sky, breathing in. Breathing out. Bring that head back up. Move the roller up one more time, rest the head on the back of the head on the roller, and then using your fingers, just rock that head, using the base of the skull, just rock the head away to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. And then taking the head in the hands, bum off the floor, roll slowly down to those bottom ribs, opening through that chest, all the way down. And then turning back, slowly back up. And then slowly down to those bottom ribs. And slowly back up. And leaning on that left side. All the way down to the bottom. And all the way back up. And going over a bit further onto the left. So just go as far as you can, as far as you feel comfortable, Sandra. Coming up. And then coming down through those ribs. Stretching over. All the way down. All the way up. Really arcing over it. Bringing yourself back onto your back. Leaving that left arm on the floor. Let yourself really open, thumbs low, heads low. And then coming over onto the right side, so right side of the spine. All the way down, all the way up. And then leaning over onto the right. Taking that right arm straight. Coming through that right armpit. And then onto the back of the side. And coming back onto your back. Lengthening, stretching. Put your bum down. Leave the roller in that bra strap, that middle thoracic area. Push those ribs up. Rest that head on the floor. Take those hands together. Push those hands straight above the head. Extend those legs. Push them straight away. Reach that right hand away from that right foot. Reach that left hand away from that left foot. Reach that right hand away from that right foot. Take hold of the right wrist in the left hand. Just give that a pull. And then take the left hand, left wrist in the right hand and just give that a pull. And then put those palms together and reach away. Point those toes, let that bum lift off the floor. Bend those knees up, bring that roller down to those bottom ribs, leaving the hands where they are. And then roll that roller up towards the base of the neck. Slide those hands in, take hold of the head. Roll the rollers down, bring that chin up, bring those eyes up. And bring yourself up into sitting. Push off the roller. Okay, lift yourself up and sit on it. And we're just going to roll that roller through that bum. Roll that roller through the bum. So rolling it on that right bum cheek. And then rolling it in through that hip. So through the bum cheek into the hip. And then we're going to go over onto the right side. Just doing that hip bone. And all the way over onto the front. Just that right leg. And then wiggle yourself over. So I'm resting on my elbows. Wiggle over onto that left hip flexor. And then rolling onto that left hip. Untangle the legs. And then through that left bum. And then right over. So you're sitting on that left side. And then putting the roller up in the hamstring, rolling the whole length of the back of the leg, all the way up, all the way down. Turning those toes into each other. Turning those toes up to the sky. Turning those toes outward. Okay, we'll do the left leg first. So going over onto the left side, resting on that left elbow, full length of that left leg. All the way over. And then all the way onto both legs. Send the toes outwards. And then over onto that right leg. Breathing in. Breathing out. All the way up. All the way down. And all the way over onto the side of that right leg. Put your bum on the floor. And both legs. Just a bit up and down on both of them. Turning those toes apart. And then put your bum on the floor. Slide the roller down to the calves. Oh, they feel a bit tight. So rolling through. It feels much easier with less clothes on. Pushing the toes out, getting onto the outside of those calves. Getting through the bulk of the calf and then turn the toes towards each other and get on the inside. Okay. All right, and you can just lay on your side, both feet on their side, and we can get on the front edge of the calf, the sort of shin splint area. So runners, that's a good one. And then rest it down and turn onto the other leg. And do the front edge of the other side. Okay, bum on the floor. Keep that roller under your knees and grab your tennis ball in. Bring your tennis ball into your bum. So the order of doing things. Sometimes we do the ball before the roller because it's like we have created, actually you might have to just move that roller out of the way. Because we smooth the massage out. It's almost like sometimes you do this one first. It's up to you. It doesn't really matter. You can prepare it by using the roller first and warm it up, as it were. Or you can get straight in and then you kind of cool it down with this. Right, find those areas of tension. Lift that knee up, lower it down. Lift that knee up, lower it down. Keep that core engaged. So even while you're doing this, lift the chest up, think of neutral spine, get those shoulders back, make sure that you've got a 90-degree angle at your neck to your shoulders, you're not slumped into it all. Move that ball around that bum again. Bring that leg opening, bending, straightening, turning. Bend and straighten. Move that ball. So I find now I have less in the bulk of the butt and more up the side. Up the side of my more my glute medius is working. Less in that. Less close to the spine and more onto the outside. And I can sit much heavier on the ball than I could in the first place. Good. Okay, move the ball to the other side. Rolling that ball around, investigating. Keep that breathing going. Move that leg. Big breaths in and out. Really fill those lungs up. Really empty them. Pull that knee up and down. Good. Good, really working that left side still. And then when you feel like you've done all of that, or giving it a good go over, bring yourself back to the bottom of the mat, knees bent, bring that roller in under your knees. And we're going to lower ourselves down and we're going to do this sacroiliac joint. So bring the feet closer into the bottom. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Push the head in the floor. Breathing in. Breathing out. Push through the heels. Balls of the feet are off the floor. Flatten that lower back. Lead with the pubic bone. Drive up into the sky. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lower yourself down one vertebra at a time. Arch the back at the bottom. Breathe in, flatten the back, push through the heels, lift yourself up, bring that roller in. Lower that back down to rest on the roller. Breathing in, lengthen the neck from the head. Drop the knee down to the, drop the right knee down to the side, bring it up. So right leg, drop it out to the side, bring it up. Drop it out to the side, bring it up. Drop it out, hold it there. Drive that right hip into the roller and release. Drive in, release. Drive in, release. Drive in, release. Drive in, release. Bring that knee back up. Drop that knee out. Drive that hip in. Bring that knee back up. Drop the knee out. Drive the knee in. Release. Bring it back up. Drop the knee out. Drive in. Release, bring it back up. So remember the core's got to stay engaged. So you're pulling the tummy button down towards the spine, pulling the lower back into the roller. Okay, left side, drop the knee out, bring it back up. Drop it out, bring it back up. Keep the core engaged, keep that neutral spine. Knee down, back up. Drop the knee down, hold it there. Glide that hip in, release. Glide, release. Glide, release. Glide, release, glide, release. One more, glide, release. Bring that knee back up. Drop it out, glide it. Release, bring it back up. Drop it, glide, release, bring it back up. Drop, glide, release, bring it back up. Just do one more on the right side. Drop the right one down, glide, release, bring it back up. Hold the roller. Bring that knee up over the hip. The right knee up, bring the left knee up. I don't feel anything in my sacroiliac joint anymore. That's amazing. It used to be really painful. Let those legs come up over the head, straightening them. Push off the roller and bring it up the lower back a little bit more. Point those toes, push those knees to the sky, bring those shins down towards the floor. Flex those feet slowly. Point those toes, bring those legs down further. Slowly flex the feet. This is going to be a big stretch. Good. Point those toes, bring those legs down further. If you're comfortable on the roller, it's not going to ping away. Put your hands around your legs. Pull them down. Pointing, flexing, pointing, flexing. Lengthen the neck. Point. Flex, keep those legs like that, take those legs apart. Stretch those inner thighs. Push those heels away from the tailbone. Bring those legs back together. Slowly. Touch the feet towards each other. Take those legs apart, holding them. Keep those shoulders away from the ears. Stretch that inner thigh. Push those heels away. Bring those legs back in and feel the stretch change around the hamstring. Bring slowly back in. Point those toes. Bring those heels over, those legs over. Flex those feet. Okay, release the knees. Let those feet come over your hip. Move that roller back to the sacroiliac joint, the lower hip area. shoulders on the floor. Take that left leg over to the ground. Take that left foot onto the ground, feel the lower back lifting. Hold this right knee and pull it in towards your body. Pull that right knee in towards your body. Lengthen that left leg away, pushing the foot away, keeping the foot on the floor and feel that stretch. Trying to get that left leg straight, keeping that heel on the floor, glutes have to engage. Point the toe of the left foot, flex the foot. Keep that right knee pulled in, push that left leg away, point that toe. Flex that foot, feel the stretch through the hip flexor, draw in the tummy, but keeping the core, the pelvis in place through that right leg. And then release, bring that left leg back in, bring it back up over you. Just adjust yourself, hold on to the left leg. Take that right foot over to the floor. Pull this left knee in towards that shoulder. Right foot's on the floor. Slide that right leg away. Slide that right leg away, keeping the left leg in. Slide that right leg away. Draw that tummy in, keep the lower back towards the roller. Relax the shoulders. Push that right leg away, keeping the heel down, pushing the knee down, keeping hold of the left leg to keep that pelvis in place. Keep that core engaged. Pushing that left leg away. Stretching, keep the left leg towards, pushing that right leg away, keeping the heel on the floor, trying to lock that knee. And then bring that right leg back in. Put the right foot on the floor, hands on the roller, take that left foot over, put that on the floor. Tighten the tummy, pull the lower back into the roller, roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. And slide both feet away, heels on the floor, pushing those knees down, drawing that core in, stretching through those hip flexors. Tighten those knees. Pull that tummy down to the floor, keep those shoulders back and relaxed. Take those arms all the way up overhead. Push those hands away, protecting that lower back, breathing in. Breathing out, bring those arms up into the sky, keeping the shoulders away from the ears, put the hands back on the roller. Bring that right leg back in to put the foot flat, bring the left leg back in to put the foot flat. Breathing in, balls of the feet off the floor, breathing out, clench the bum, push the weight in the heels, lift those hips up, pushing the pubic bone up higher. Shove that roller out of the way, hands on the floor, palms down. Lower that back down to the floor, one vertebra at a time, keeping those shoulders free. Arch that back at the bottom, breathing in. Breathing out, flatten that back, pushing through those heels, lifting pubic bone up to the sky. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lower that back down to the floor. One vertebra at a time, arch the back at the bottom. Breathing in, breathing out, flatten that back, push that pubic bone up, push through those heels. Lengthening those hands towards those feet. Breathing in, bring those arms up to the sky. Bring those arms overhead, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Breathing in, on the out breath, lower that spine one vertebra at a time all the way down to the ground. Arch the back at the bottom, keep the shoulders away from the ears, hands up to the sky, hands back down by the side. Breathing in, on the out breath, flatten that back into the floor, push those heels down, push that pubic bone up. Push those hands away, breathing in. Push the right heel in the floor, feel the left foot's a bit soft. Push the left heel in the floor, feel the right foot's a bit soft. If you want, you can bring your hands up, put them under your hips. Hold them. Push that right foot into the floor. Lift the left heel. Lift that left leg straight. Put that left leg down. So you've got to hold your hips. This is quite good. Hold your hips up here with your hands. And you've got to try to keep the weight of the bum on your foot, not resting in your hand, but this is how high it's got to stay. So push that right heel in the ground, lift that left heel up, Straighten that left leg out. Feel that bum. Release, put the left leg back. One more on the right. Push the right heel in the floor. Lift the right heel, lift the left heel up. Straighten that left leg out. Feel that right bum. Put the left leg back down. Okay, the left side. Push the left heel in the floor. Release the right heel. Take that right leg out straight. Put it back down. Push the left heel in the floor. Feel the left bum. Lift the right heel up. Straighten that right leg. Put it back down. Push that left heel in the floor. Lift that right foot up. Straighten that right leg. Release. Lower the back to the floor. Keep the shoulders down. Arch the back at the bottom. Flatten the back. Bring the knees into the chest. Bring those knees up. Bring the tailbone up off the floor and release. Bring the tailbone up off the floor and release. Let those knees drop out wide. Lengthen the head away from the tailbone. Push those knees down to the floor. Straighten that right leg. Straighten that left leg. Point those toes. Flex those feet. Point those toes. Flex the feet. Circles with those feet one way. Circles with those feet the other way. Let those legs pull apart. Straighten the knee. Push those heels away. Pull the toes towards the body. And then release those feet. Let the knees bend. Keep those knees apart. Holding with your hands. Push the knees into the hands. Breathing in. Lengthen the shoulders away from the ears. Breathing out. Release. Let those knees fall apart further. Push that right knee. Push the left knee. Let the body rock. And then release. Bring those knees back together. Pull the knees into the chest. Bring the feet up over the face. Take hold of those feet in the hands. Let the knees fall out wide. Breathing in. So I've got the fingers over the balls of my feet. Breathing out. I'm going to push those feet into the hands and push the tailbone down to the ground. Push the feet into the hands. Push the tailbone down, trying to let the lower back lift slightly, getting those shoulders on the floor, all those ribs on the floor, putting the shoulders into the floor, so I'm stretching that hip joint. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Push through those feet. And then release the feet down. Let those hands slide up the legs. Hold on to the knees, lift that tailbone up. Release and lengthen that left leg out straight. Keep hold of that right knee, pull it up. Take that right leg all the way over the body. Take those hands over to the right, turning the eyes right, lift the head, turn it. Turn it so that your eyes look at that hand. Pull that knee down to the floor. Breathing in, breathing out. Push that hand away. Push that knee to the floor. Breathing in, breathing out. Release, roll onto that left-hand side. Take hold of that right foot in the right hand. Push the right foot in the hand, clenching with the bum, stretching through that hip flexor. Release the leg, turn onto the back, pull that knee into the body. Let that leg go out straight, let those arms go overhead, reach and stretch. Bring that left knee into the body, pull that knee in. Pulling that knee up, push the right leg away, push that left knee over the body, lift that head, turn the left ear to the floor, pull the knee to the ground, pushing that hand away, breathing in. Breathing out, pushing that left hand away, following the hand after the shoulder after the hand, and following the hip after the knee. Turning the ribs And then roll onto that right hand side. Take hold of that left foot in the left hand and extend, pushing that backwards. Breathing in, breathing out. Lengthening. And then release, roll back onto the back, pull that knee into the chest, lengthening, stretching those hips away from each other. Release that leg out straight. Take those hands overhead, reach and stretch. Pull the shoulders down towards the waist, away from the ears. Bring those hands up to the sky. Follow those hands, roll yourself all the way up to sitting. Reaching right forwards over those feet. Sitting up tall. Drop the left hand on the right knee, right hand behind and turn. Lift that chest up high. Try and put those legs out straight. And then come back to the front. Put the right hand on the left knee, left hand behind and turn. So we're turning from the tummy, turning the tummy button. And come back straight. Take those hands in the air, push them forwards over those feet. Bring that body up tall. Swing yourself around and come onto all fours. Middle fingers parallel, hands under the shoulders, turning inside of the elbow forward. Pull those knees apart, lengthen the head away from the tailbone. Turn that tailbone down, push that back up. Turn that tailbone up, push the belly down, push those eyes up. Turn those toes over so the soles of the feet are on the floor. Lift those knees up and come up into the down dog position. So we've got the middle, about 4 centimeters between the balls of the feet. Soften the knees. Push those armpits down towards the toes. Those armpits down towards those toes. Push that right knee, right heel back into the floor, the right knee back. And release. Push that left heel down into the floor, left knee back. And release. Bring that tummy onto the thighs, push both heels down, both knees back. Breathing in, breathing out, armpits down. So like you do that puppy pose, bringing those armpits down. Weight on that right leg, bring that left leg up into the air. Bend that left knee. Drop the foot behind you, lift the knee up. Swing that leg forward between those hands. Slide that back leg back a bit, bring that left knee out wide, push the chest forward, pushing that groin down to the floor, pushing that knee straight, pushing that head up, chest forward. Feel the stretch through the front of this back leg. Breathing in, breathing out, lower that back knee to the floor, keep the toes as they are, pushing into that hip flexor. Lifting up onto the back knee and the front foot, bring that right arm up into the sky, breathing in. On the out breath, push that arm up high, push that knee down low, push that hip out to the right, stretch through that right side. Breathing in, breathing out. Release that hand, come down to the floor, one hand either side of the front foot. Glide that bum backwards, turn the back toes over. Flex that front foot, point it, flex it, point it. Slide those hands round towards the right, push the bum out to the left. Slide those hands around to the left, let that bum swing right. Bring those hands either side of the front foot, flex it, point it. Walk this front foot across to the other leg, other hand. Glide the body forward and lower that front knee to the floor. Push that back leg back. Lift that chest up, breathing in. Breathing out and lower yourself down over this front foot. Lower yourself down. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Walk these hands back to this front leg and lift yourself up. Push that chest forward. Try to get that pelvis vertical. Rolling those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Push those knees into the floor. Take the hands behind you. Lifting. Holding that body up tall. Breathing in. Breathing out. Release those hands. Lower yourself down onto the floor. Stretching over that glute. Breathing in. Breathing out. Bring those hands back either side of this front leg. Turn the back toe over. Lift that back knee up. And come into the plank. Come into the plank. Hold yourself here. Drop those knees to the floor. Lower that body down. Turn those toes over. Clenching, keep the hands on the floor here. Clench the core, draw it in. Lift that chest up high. Breathing in. Opening, pulling those shoulders back and together. Lift up onto those thighs. Lift up onto those feet. Pop those knees down and go back into child pose. Arching, stretching back. Stretching those armpits down. And then come back up onto all fours. Turn the toes over. Turn the tailbone down, bring that back up. Turn the tailbone up, bring that back belly down. Come into neutral. Lift your knees up off the floor, come back up into down dog. Soft knees, feet 4 centimeters or so apart. Bring the armpits down to the toes, so get the upper body sorted first. Push that tailbone up in the sky, neutral spine. Push that right heel down to the floor. Release, push the left heel down to the floor. Release. Push both heels down to the floor, knees back, keeping the armpits down. Breathing in. Weight on the left leg, bring the right leg up into the sky. Bend that right knee, drop the foot behind, lift that knee up. Pushing through those armpits. Let that leg swing through. Bring it between those hands. Bring the knee out wide, let the flesh of the belly drop down, sink that crutch down. Push the heel back, keep that knee straight. Pushing that body forward. Breathing in. Breathing out, pushing that body forward. Lengthening. Opening through that groin. Drop that knee to the floor. Keep that stretch, pushing the crutch towards that front foot. So you're stretching the back leg. So I've dropped the knee, back knee down. Move your front foot forward a little bit, Sue, so, and Roz as well, so that you're, so this is vertical, the shin. It'll be a bit easier on that front leg. Lifting that chest up. Breathing in, push off that front knee and come up onto your foot and your knee. Pull the pubic bone forward so you've got a stretch in that hip flexor. Bring that left arm into the sky. Push that left arm up, push that left knee down. Let the hips swing out to the left a little bit. Feel the stretch. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Release that hand. One hand either side of the front foot. Turn the back toe over. Glide the body back. Sinking down so we feel the stretch through that hip, that hamstring. Lifting the tailbone up. Flex that foot. Point that toe. Flex that foot. Point that toe. Flex that foot. Point that toe. Swing the hands to the left. Drop the bum right. And then swing those hands over to the right. Drop the bum left. And then come back to the front. Flex the foot, point the toe and walk that foot across. Walk that foot across to the other hand. And then lower that knee down to the floor and lengthen that back leg away. Hold that body here for a second, breathing in. And then breathing out, lower down over that front leg, lengthening that back leg away. Lowering down over this front leg, breathing in. Breathing out, walking those hands back towards this front leg, lifting, holding that body up. Keep those shoulders back and down, stretching through this back hip, keeping those shoulder blades together, breathing in. Breathing out, push those knees into the ground, take those hands behind, lift and stretch. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then release. Lower yourself all the way down over that front leg. Breathing in. Breathing out. Walk these hands back towards this front leg. Turn that toe over. And lift yourself back into the plank. Back into the plank. Hold yourself here. Drop the knees to the floor if you want, or lower down in that press up. Come to flat, turn those toes over. Keep these hands here on the floor. Clench the bum, draw in the tummy. Lift up that chest. Keep the bottom ribs on the floor. Pull those elbows together behind you. Breathing in. Breathing out. Push off those hands. Come onto those thighs. Push off those hands. Come onto the knees. Tighten the thighs. Lift the knees off the floor. Lengthen. Push those knees down. Lift the bum in the air and go back into child pose. Lengthen. Pulling the knees apart, lift yourself up onto all fours. Turning the inside of the elbows forward, keep the middle fingers parallel, lengthen the head from the tailbone. Put the weight on the right knee, take that left leg straight behind. Bring that left knee towards the elbow. Take it out straight. Bring it into the elbow. Take it out straight. Bring it into the elbow. Take it out straight. Hold it. Tap the toe to the floor. Clench and lift. Tap the toe down. Clench and lift. Tap the toe down. Clench and lift. Tap it down. Clench and lift. Down. Hold it there. Bend that knee. Push that foot to the sky and release. 2. Release. 3. Release. 4. Release. 5. Hang it under the body. Take it out to the side for 10. 9. 8. Remember to stay straight. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Rest it down. Turn the inside of the elbows forward. Make sure the middle finger's parallel. Make sure that you're aligned. Weight on that right leg. Take the left leg. Take the right leg out. Knee to the elbow. 2. And in. Should hit the floor as it goes through. 3. And in. 4. In. Hold it straight at 5. Toe to the floor and up for 5. 4. 3. Keep straight. 2. Top of the head pushing away from the toes. 1. Bend the knee. Push the heel to the sky for 5. 4. Making sure the shin's vertical. 3. 2. Make sure the foot's above the knee. 1. Swing that leg under you. Out to the side for 10. Keep the torso still. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Knee back on the floor. Slide yourself back into child pose. Let those hands, slide those hands forward, stretching through those armpits. Breathing in. Breathing out, pull those knees apart, come back up onto all fours. Turn the tailbone down, push that back up. Turn that tailbone up, bring that belly down. Come into neutral. Weight on the left hand, bring that right arm up into the sky. Push that chest forward. And then swing that right hand through under that left hand. Keeping that left shoulder up. Push off the left arm, bring that right arm up into the sky. And then put that right hand on the floor next to the left. Weight on the right hand, bring that left arm up into the sky. Bring that left hand through under that shoulder. Push off that right hand, bring that left arm up. And then put that left hand up back on the floor. Walk those knees forward, swing the legs round, come into sitting. Hold behind your legs, lift that chest up. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, round and back. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, round and back. Put the hands on the floor behind. Push that body forward. Put those elbows straight. Point those toes. Flex those feet. Push those knees down. Take the chin into the sky. Stretch the throat. And then bring that chin down into the chest. Stretch the back of the neck. Bring those eyes up to horizontal. Slide the fingers forward on the floor. Bring them all the way up in the sky. Bring them all the way around in a big circle, dust the floor. Bring them all the way up into the sky, leave them there, hold those hands together. Push those hands up high. Bring those hands all the way wide. Down to your legs, rest them on your thighs. And roll your shoulders. Excellent.